Tonight, a former St. Louis County official is headed to federal prison for 18 months for a pay-to-play scheme the feds caught on tape.
Tony Weaver learned his sentence in federal court this morning after admitting to public corruption to steal fraudulent pandemic relief funds. Our political editor, Mark Maxwell, was in the courtroom when Weaver asked the judge for mercy. Mark?
Mike and Ann, a federal judge hit Tony Weaver with the maximum sentence, 18 months in federal prison for public corruption. Weaver's defense lawyer argued there were no real victims and there was no actual public corruption because, well, he didn't succeed in swindling the county and taking that money. Federal prosecutor Hal Goldsmith persuaded the judge otherwise, that Weaver certainly tried and went so far as taking several steps to try and cover up his involvement in lying on application forms for a business owner who knew he wouldn't really qualify for those federal pandemic relief funds.
Fortunately, it's kind of an odd circumstance that these false applications for those small business relief funds through the CARES Act were not granted solely because St. Louis County had already run out of funds. They'd already distributed all those grant funds, but there's no question that had they still had funds, this defendant's scheme was intended to obtain those funds and he was going to split those proceeds.
That appears to be different from what County Executive Sam Page's office told us tonight. They're disputing the prosecutor's characterization, insisting that funds were still available when the initial paperwork was filed with the Small Business Relief Program. 3 initial applications were filed in May of 2020, and the program stayed open through September. The Page's office telling us those applications were deemed invalid because the government mole never took that second step. Page's office telling us the process worked. Mr. Weaver's actions are disappointing and not tolerated in county government. The court agreed, and now Mr. Weaver must pay for his crime.